What's the birthday tradition that destroyed your ability to trust anyone? Every year on my birthday, my parents would give me the most amazing gift, then convince me I was mentally ill when I couldn't find it the next day. It started when I turned 8 with a beautiful dollhouse that had working lights and tiny furniture. I spent hours arranging the rooms, creating stories for the little family inside. But when I woke up the next morning, the dollhouse was completely gone. When I asked my parents where it was, they looked genuinely confused. "What dollhouse, sweetie?" my mom asked with concern in her voice. "You had a really high fever yesterday and were talking about all sorts of things that weren't there." I was devastated. Had I really imagined something so vivid and wonderful? The fever did make everything feel fuzzy, but that dollhouse seemed so real. I could still remember the smell of the tiny wooden furniture. This became our family's birthday tradition, though I didn't realize it was intentional for years. Every birthday brought an incredible gift, things I'd been dreaming about for months. A art set, a keyboard, a microscope, roller skates. I'd be absolutely thrilled for exactly 24 hours. Then the gift would mysteriously vanish, and my parents would gently explain that I'd been sick and confused during my party. "You had such a bad migraine, remember? The medication made you see things." By age 12, I started keeping detailed birthday journals, writing down every aspect of my gifts. But somehow I'd always wake up to find crucial pages missing, or my handwriting looking shaky and weird, like I'd written everything while half asleep. My friends gradually stopped coming to my parties because I'd spend the following week desperately asking them about gifts they claimed never existed. "Are you feeling okay?" they'd ask with genuine concern. "You seem really confused about what happened." I genuinely believed I was developing some kind of mental illness, maybe early onset schizophrenia or a brain tumor causing hallucinations. The fear consumed me, especially when I'd catch myself doubting my own memories about simple daily events. When I turned 15, they gave me a guitar, a real Fender with a leather strap and everything. I was so excited that I secretly took photos with my phone, determined to have proof this time. But the next morning, all my photos were mysteriously blurry or corrupted. "Honey, you were really sick yesterday," my dad said with that familiar, concerned tone. "You kept talking about music, but we don't even own any instruments. I think we need to increase your therapy sessions." At 16, I secretly set up a hidden camera in my room before my party, positioning it to capture everything. The footage clearly showed my parents giving me a laptop, me using it, setting it up on my desk. But when I checked the camera the next day, it had vanished too. "What camera?" my parents asked, looking genuinely worried. "Sweetie, we really think you need to see a specialist. These episodes are getting worse." I started seeing a psychiatrist who diagnosed me with recurring psychotic episodes. I was prescribed antipsychotic medication that made me feel foggy and disconnected. My parents praised me for finally getting help for my condition. When I turned 17, I didn't even want to party anymore. I just wanted to sleep through the day and avoid another humiliating episode. But that afternoon, I was walking past my parents' bedroom when I heard my dad talking quietly on the phone. "Yeah, we return everything the next day," he was saying casually. 17 years of birthday gifts stored in our closet temporarily, then straight back to the store for full refunds. My heart stopped beating. I pressed closer to the door. "The best part," my mom's voice chimed in from the background, "is she actually thinks she's mentally ill now. Saves us thousands on real gifts. And she's so convinced she's crazy that she doesn't question anything anymore." My dad laughed. "Smart thinking with the therapy angle. Now she's medicated and compliant. We should have started this scam with our friends' kids too." I stood frozen, remembering every disappeared gift, every time I doubted my own sanity, every medication I'd swallowed for a condition that didn't exist. They'd been systematically destroying my mental health for a decade to avoid spending money on birthday presents. That night, I pretended to take my medication but spit it out. Within a week, my head felt clearer than it had in years. I started secretly recording conversations and gathering evidence of their gaslighting. I moved in with my aunt 2 months later, taking all my medical records that documented my fake psychiatric condition. When I showed her the recordings, she cried and immediately called a lawyer. I'm 22 now and haven't spoken to them since. The hardest part isn't the financial abuse. It's learning to trust my own memories again after years of being told my reality wasn't real.